Hey, so I'm sorry for the late response. I've just been sick, but I did want to address this. I've been wondering when someone would ask this question or make this statement, so I thought maybe I could show you the process of how I do these drawings. I do want to note I don't necessarily consider it tracing, but if you want to call it that, I can't stop your opinion. But this type of method is similar to what a lot of digital artists do, and it's also similar to a concept that a lot of historical artists have done through a process called camera obscura, where artists would trace in a way and then add details in later on. I also want to note that this isn't my main form of drawing. I've done art for 15, 16 plus years, several years. I even went to art school for my bachelor's. And so I've done art in many different mediums, many different styles. So I've kind of learned a little bit of everything along the way. But this is just kind of more something that I do where I'm not challenging myself. I just want something that's easy that I can relax with. And then I just feel like sharing it on YouTube. I also don't do all my digital art in this type of method that I'm about to show in this video. I'll provide some examples of some pictures, images that I've done at the end of this video that are not in the same type of method as what I'm showing in this video. I do use a reference photo, actually, whenever I do these types of artworks. I only use the first layer as a method of mapping out highlights, but for the majority of the image, I am using a reference. So this is an example of how my setup is sometimes whenever I do these types of drawings. I have my secondary layer with the image. I do have a reference photo that I will use primarily throughout the drawing. And then I do have my first layer already colored in black. And what I do here is I will just kind of mark off any major highlights that I will probably want to go back to. So, and then I will blind the second layer and then start marking in more definition into the drawing. And then start maybe blending it in together. And then I start to more reference this throughout the remainder of my drawing. And then if I want to view the playback of my process, this is where I get the video that I post on YouTube that I speed up by like 20 times its normal speed. And here are a few examples of drawings that I've done without using that method that I showed in this video. These ones I've done more freehanded while also referencing photos either on my phone or on my laptop, just depending on what I was drawing. A couple of them do have playbacks. This one does not have a playback, and this one does not have a playback because I drew them in different programs. But I can share a couple of these maybe in the near future. I have posted some of them on TikTok. So I do hope that explains the whole process. Some people might still consider it as tracing. I can't stop anyone's opinion. You might still consider it that way. If so, do you. But I do appreciate the comment, and I hope that this is a good explanation at the end of the day. Thanks.